systems are offline.
Number one for today's hits and all-time favorites.
London Hot Radio!
The hits just keep on coming.
London Hot Radio.
You are locked into www.londonhotradio.com.
Are we ready? Are we flying?
Hi and welcome to the Lenny and Ronnie show. My name is Ronnie and
His name is Ronnie.
and you really confused me now. What's your name?
How do you think I feel?
your name,
How do you think I feel when we start talking, Ron?
You know what? I've just
Tell me.
something I want to say to you.
What,
So-
only one thing. You're
Yeah,
not going to
I
ask me
wanna
about my.
confess-
You're not going to ask me about my week, Ron.
Are you going to let me speak? Is it-
Sorry, I apologise.
I just wondered because
I
I
was
just wondered.
sorry. I was getting ideas above my station.
No, it's all right. I just wondered if you can let me.
I feel I was getting uppity.
No, I was going to say I was going to confess. I was going to make a confession actually.
Really? You're going to finally tell me it was you that nicked my wallet? I knew it was you, Ron. I knew it was you.
Oh, was there anything in it?
No, it's
All
empty.
right. It didn't matter. I wouldn't have nicked it then.
A red bus Rover.
All right. Well, no.
That's a cool picture. Go on.
Yeah. So anyway, I got a really good mate called Wayno.
Wayno.
Yeah, and Wayno, he's a incredibly funny guy. I mean,
Is he a white Aston Villa supporter? I'm just
Did you
asking.
let me finish?
You said Wayno.
Well, his name's Wayno.
Go on.
Really good guy, really funny. He can go anywhere and he can make anybody laugh, you know.
You mean like me, Ronnie?
Well, now this is the thing. Now, what I'm gonna confess, I'm gonna have to confess it.
Oh,
I think you're funnier than Wayno. I
You know
actually
what?
do. And I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that on air to the two people who are listening. Is it two? Or is it three?
hold on. I can't see what that says.
Yeah, well, it's
What's that say?
one. I think one. One person who's watching.
Okay, listening.
Yeah, I think you're funnier than Wayno. I mean, Wayno can hold court, but I think you got it. You got it. I'm gonna have to admit that you got it.
Well, you know what, Ron? Thank you for saying that. And ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't owe me any money. He's just saying it. But as we're all being honest,
Yeah.
I have to say that I don't even know why I'm saying I know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Ronnie is one of the most stand-up people I've ever met in my life. He actually believes in his employment. He actually wants to make a change to the planet. Can you believe that? A Jamaican that sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't.
You know, you really spoiled that.
I didn't. A man who cares about his occupation and wants to help the young people of today, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to have a round of applause for Ronnie.
Is this a praise fest, or do I have to pay you later?
No, there's no praise fest, but I just thought, as we was being honest, Ron, and with this COVID stuff and all this stuff, I just thought that I would let you know that I'm glad to have you
But
back.
it kind of is funny. After I've just praised you about being funnier than Wayno, now you're just praising me. I've never heard.
Yeah, because I you know what, I don't want.
Not on air, not in front of the one person stream on the stream.
Last time I said anything to you, we had outside the Nigerians, Jamaicans, the Northerners, Anthony Joshua. Who else did we have outside, Ron?
Oh God!
Looking to thump me down and give me licks. Anyway, so Ron, how was your week?
My week, you know what? It's been good. I've started a new job. I'm bedded in well, getting myself my feet under the table. I don't believe in cussing anybody out now. I normally used to cuss people out at work, but I don't do
Ronnie,
it anymore.
I've never known you. I've known you for 15, 16 years. I've never even heard you swear before.
Well,
So please stop with this. You cuss people out. I've seen you get cussed out. I've seen you get cussed out, but I've never actually heard. I've never heard you cuss anyone out, Ron.
Well, I had a friend called Steve-O. We used to go to football matches.
We're going to get personal now.
We used to always cuss out the referee.
Okay.
Referee, are you blind? Referee, are you having a laugh? But actually with more colourful language. But anyway, I mean that's in the past.
Right. So
but I think cussing people out takes up a lot of energy. You know what, streamers, the one person who's listening or two persons cussing, you know what, it's not all what it's made out to be. Don't do it. It takes up a lot of your energy.
So I disagree with you, Ron, but you were telling me about your week. Cussing is good. It's good. It lets you get everything out, and everyone knows where everyone stands. What's the problem with?
Yeah, but it just takes a lot of energy, and you just get tired. And I just thought,
but I don't get tired.
You don't. So you cuss people a lot.
From the time I open my eyes to the time I go to bed.
So tell me a day of cussing you've done. I mean, you wake up in the morning, and what was your excuse to cussing anybody? What would you do? How would you cuss anybody? Why would you cuss anybody?
So, you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
I think what's interesting. Do you remember what Anushka had said to me, that she thinks that I take comfort in cussing people out? She said she thinks it's my default position. That's what she says. I just thought it's food for thought. It's interesting, isn't it?
You know what? You just remind me of something.
Tell me.
One time I went to Jamaica. I was there for a while.
There we go.
Visiting my mum. My mum had my uncle there, but that's my mum's older brother. He used to stay there as well. Every single morning about just after the cock crows, my uncle would be sitting outside the house.
Yeah.
My mum would wake up and she would cuss him. And I think to myself, what did he do? She just cuss him.
That's easy. That's really easy.
And then I said to myself,
and I wasn't there.
Every morning she used to do it, and I think that's probably her exercise. That's probably a way of getting herself getting going in the morning. She used to cuss him.
Yeah, but two things. Please. So I'm going to do A, then I'm going to do number 2. Number A is, I think that your mother was probably cussing him, yeah? And this is number B2 this is, for stuff that he's either going to do in the future or stuff that he's done in the past. But either way, I'm 1,000,000% sure, having spoken with your mother, I'm 1,000,000% sure that he deserved it. Either way, I'm sure that he deserved it. And if I was there, I would have encouraged her. I would have encouraged her to do it more. Yeah. As soon as she stopped, I would have started again. I would have started her again as soon.
Well, the thing is, the problem is with my mum as well. I thought to myself, should I intervene?
She'll cuss you out, Ron. You're mad. You don't intervene with people when they're cuss. You don't intervene with old people, Ron. What's wrong with you? You a crazy man?
Well, I did think about it and I thought, no, I better just put my head down and just
take a pen, take a bit of paper or get your phone and start taping it so you can learn how to do it properly from the professionals. This is a good schooling technique. I don't know what's up with you.
Well, me and Steve, I used to do it a lot to referees.
There we go.
Poor referees.
Anyone who's listening, you can see that I'm ignoring Ronnie because Ronnie has never cussed anyone. If you ever meet Ronnie, he's the kindest man you're ever going to meet in your life. He's the most, you know what? I can't even tell you anymore, but all I can say is that me and Ronnie are like chalk and cheese. He's so nice. And I know that Sin, the main man.
London Hot Radio.
Yeah, Sin, the main man at
London Hot Radio.
told me to stop using the word disgusting and dirty, but I'm allowed to say it about myself. So Ronnie is so nice, and I'm the complete opposite.
So you're disgusting and dirty. I'm supposed to use it.
Actually, yeah, you carry on. So anyway, we're gonna. So your week, you've had a new job. You was bedded in nicely, and things are going okay.
Yeah.
Is the white people got you running to the tea place yet for them and spending your own money?
Right, now this is where I get confused now. This is where if you're telling me something what
I asked
is
you.
happening.
I said is. It's a question.
Yeah, but it's a question. It's almost like you're thinking that it has happened, and it's continuing.
Well, don't make me have to.
That's where the confusion lies, and I want to know: is it something you're saying it's happened in the past, or it's going to happen, or it's continuing? No. What do you mean by that now?
No, you know what, Ron?
I need to get that.
I am not going to continue with this because I like you and I've just bigged you up to all the people, and I'm not going to tell them about how your boss on a Friday puts all the papers into your inbox and makes you cry when everyone's going to the pub apart from you, and you're looking. And you're looking out the window and you start singing some song from you start singing a song from Greece to yourself because everyone's gone, Ron, and you're just by yourself. Right, so let's forget that.
So that again is a fictional story. Well, you're quite good at making stuff up. I have to say you are quite good.
But so let's go, and we shall. Your week was good. You know how my week was because it's always the same.
No, you said you cuss people out.
I do. But I think that people expect it. You said to me once.
The person you cussed out.
You told me that people expect me to cuss them out, but they know they're going to get whatever they've asked for. They've got to do is, here he goes. let him just don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Pretend you and they get what they want. That's what you say to me. And I think about it. Maybe you're right.
I'm kind of visualising you cussing someone out. So you've got to actually look up to them. How's your neck then?
What are you trying to say when I'm short? Is that what you're trying to say? I'm short?
No. You know what? I don't want to say that because I remember like a few weeks ago I said, I'm never going to say that to you again. I'm not going to say it to you in a disparaging way. But,
you're going to say it to me in a nice
way.
When
you cuss people, do you look at them in their face? Because you have to look up all the time. So, or do you just look at their knees or something?
Well, no, I cuss people. Oh, wow. You want to be careful you don't get... I cuss so many people, and I just figured I just keep one of those, them little foldy ladders on my back. I just walk around with a foldy ladder and a booster seat. It's not a problem.
Right, so someone will say, here we go. He's taking out his booster seat.
Yeah, that's right. And I I do like the Chuckle Brothers, and I take out my ladder, and I say, hold on, and I unfold it, build it like Lego, and I just cuss them out. So,
they're just waiting for you. They're
Yeah.
saying, and you were saying, wait there while you're doing it.
That's
Wait
right.
there.
Yeah, just saying, wait. That's it. That's exactly what I do, Ron. Exactly. So I'm glad that you pointed out my height again, Ron. That you was never going to point it out, but you pointed it out again. That's fine.
All right. Okay. You know what? I was just thinking.
Oh,
this
there's
week.
more. Scary.
Yeah,
He's
what's it?
thinking.
And it's you what actually brought it up.
Good.
But I wanted to ask you, is chivalry dead?
Chivalry.
Yeah, do you think that men don't open the doors? All right, when's the last time, just going to give you an example. When is the last time you opened the door for a woman on the passenger side of your car? When's the last time you've done that?
I opened the door for... actually, it's a fair question. About
Yeah.
two weeks ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
So what give
Well,
me a scenario.
I was hoping she was going to put out. It didn't work. I wouldn't do it again. I won't open the door for her again, for sure.
What, you was hoping what?
I'm only joking, Ron. I'm only joking. No, I'm not, listeners. I did. No, I am.
You opened the door?
Yes.
So you ran around the car?
No. We was in a restaurant,
Yeah.
and I walked to the door with her,
Yeah.
and I kissed her as we got in the car, and I thought, you know what, if I don't, I've got no real excuse not to do it, have I?
Yeah.
The door's right there.
Yeah.
So I opened the door for her.
Oh, my God. And did she say thank you?
Yeah, she always says thank you.
Oh, that's nice. So when's the last time you opened the door for a woman? Just let a woman, just see a woman, you
Oh,
open
that's
the door
easy.
for her and-
That's at the David Lloyd. I didn't want to, but you see the way the white people look at me if I don't.
But
Yeah?
the thing is with David Lloyd, they've got electronic doors. So
No,
it opens by
no. I appreciate you've been smart, Ronnie. But David Lloyd, when you walk into the main entrance, yes, I will concede the doors.
It's a very posh centre.
The door open, and then when you walk into the second one, the doors to the actual gym,
Yeah.
all the machines. No, it's just two wooden doors, and I open the door usually for. Should I say why, or because it's not? I don't think I've ever seen a black woman in there, David Lloyd, before.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know why. I don't know why, but I open the door for the white women who are in front of me or behind me. And what you should ask me is, have any of them ever opened the door for me? Ask me that, Ron.
All right. Well, it's not about that. It's about a man being chivalrous. Chivalrous, is that the word?
Chivalry.
Chivalrous, but isn't that chivalrous? Is that like you?
Yeah, listen, just call it new brand, like you lot say, or Phililim, what you lot say, it's fine.
No, you know what? Now, this is where we
any
get
of you lot are
confused.
listening, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
This is where I get confused because he always says this word "you lot," and now "you lot" can mean a lot of things to Lenny, ladies and gentlemen. I just need to let you know it can mean a lot of things. So now, just explain "you lot" to me. If you can explain "you lot" to me, then I can understand where you're coming from.
Right, so you're trying to drag me into this. You know that we've been told not to say certain stuff, and you're trying to drag me into saying it, aren't you?
Okay.
You lot, it slipped out. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
So no, it's just I have opened the door quite recently, but what I want to know is, we do all this stuff for women, and can they do something nice for us, Ron? Can't they do something nice for us?
Well, I mean, they can cook you a nice meal.
Well, yeah, no, I don't need a woman to do that for me.
They can give you some advice, womanly advice.
Well, on what, Ron? Nails, eyelashes, fake hair. Do I look like I need fake hair?
Well, I think you're doing women a disservice. They can give you a good womanly advice on life from a woman's perspective.
That's true. I can never know what it's going to be like to have a baby or what it's like.
Yeah.
And I can never know what it's like to bang on about football and no one understands what you're saying. And I can never...
Sorry, what do you mean by that? 'Cause
Oh, God. See, you're trying to get me in trouble, Ron. You know
I'm
you
saying
are.
I'm
You know
banging
you
on
are.
about football, so women know about football. I mean, but are you saying women know about football and they can teach you a lot
Yeah,
about football?
that's what I was exactly what I was saying. You got
right,
me.
Okay, I thought it was something else you was trying to say.
No. So women, you're...
So they do contribute in life. I mean, was that song from, was it James Brown? Was it It's a Man's World? I mean, he does talk about it, and I don't know if you've heard the song.
I know the song. I know it well.
Well, the song, as the song starts, you think, Jesus, this is not really good for a woman, this song. But then,
Go on.
he talks about the fact that the world is no good unless a woman's there. And that's quite good,
yeah,
isn't
but
it?
he also says pretty much the same thing about money. So I wouldn't big up James
And
about
what did
that.
he say about money then? Because, I mean, this is not...
He says, God made money or something like that.
Yeah.
God, what does Yellow Man say? Yellow Man says it much better than him. Yellow Man says, why are you laughing if I haven't even said it yet? Ron,
What does Yellow Man
Ron,
say?
you're spoiling all my fun. When I'm thinking about money, I'm trying to think what he says about money.
Oh, okay. Anyway, while you're thinking about that, I was going to ask you again. The fact that you... Yeah, are you dating at the moment, Lenny?
Do you want me to tell you my last story? You know what, Ron? You're a little
No,
shit
the reason
stirrer.
why I'm going to say to you is that I want to know... I mean, Look, I've been married for a little while now, so usually.
Are you married, Ron?
Yeah.
I didn't know you was married. Congratulations.
Oh,
why
right,
why
yeah,
was
yeah,
why
I
wasn't I
didn't tell you.
invited?
Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
Why
that.
wasn't I invited, Ron?
I forgot. I actually forgot to invite you.
Doesn't
That's
surprise me.
interesting.
Doesn't surprise me. No,
So
you mean you wanted to keep down on the catering bill? Is that what you mean? You wanted to keep the catering bill
Like,
down?
for example, I'm gonna ignore that. But when me and my wife went to a restaurant recently, and she paid for it, but it's not a big deal with us. But I want to know with you, when you date, do you go Dutch or do you?
No,
pay?
never Dutch. I always pay. But
Why?
I have been told that women abuse my really good nature. I have been told that.
So does that mean you're soft?
I'm sorry. You know what, Ron?
No, I'm just wondering.
No,
What does that mean?
no. You asked me, Ron, so I take it you want to know. No,
Yeah.
I normally foot the bill.
Yeah.
I normally foot the bill because I can. And not only can I'm asking myself, I can see these women look really good and they smell really good, but I'm thinking, I wonder if they've got bus fare home, or I'm thinking,
You're wondering that?
Yeah.
While you're on a date?
yeah, I'm wondering, yeah, because don't forget, when you see a woman on a date, they're at their best. That's it.
Yeah.
They're not even going to look that good when you marry them. That's it. They're maxed out.
But why would you be thinking, I wonder if they've got money to get home? Why would you say that?
Because
you should be looking at them and thinking, wow, that is fat. You look really good.
I don't know what kind of business you've been going
Hey,
on with,
baby,
Ron.
you look really good.
No, you know what, Ron? If I can meet a woman who can speak the truth to me, two successive hours, I'd be impressed. I'd think I'd won the lottery.
So that means you think women are liars.
Oh wow! Look at the ladies and gentlemen.
No,
Are you watching how Ronnie's enticing me into this?
No,
Are you watching?
I'm doing the calculations. I am doing the calculations. So, are you saying women are liars? I'm only going down to being blunt with you. Do you think women are liars?
Yes, I do. I do think they are. And
Do you know that
but women
a woman
must.
is the mother of your children?
I think that men are just as bad, but I'm never checking for men. I just assume. I keep myself protected and insulated. I just assume everything that comes out of everyone's mouth to me.
So you're changing direction now. You're not saying women are liars. You're saying men
No,
as well.
without a doubt, women are. Without a doubt. And I'll go one step further than that. The prettier they are, the worse they are. But what I was trying to point out to you is men must be the same.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking to date a man, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't look at it. I wouldn't scrutinise it as much as I do.
You know that people know where we are at the moment.
Well, you know what, Ron? We had a Nuska on here. Anyone listening, we had a Nuska on here a couple of weeks ago, and she will be back on at some stage, and she agrees with me.
That women are liars.
Yeah, that
So-
women. Hold on, her words were even better. Her words, she says that women are self-serving and conniving. This is Anuska's words. They do exactly the same disgusting. Oh, not allowed to say. They do exactly the same things as men do, but it's just Anuska's words, wrapped differently and delivered differently. But it's exactly the same thing. And then when I think about it, the words that it's true that men's deliveries and women's deliveries are completely different, but for the same objective.
Well, I mean, you have to remember, men. They're both playing games. And
That's
the
right,
game
yes.
Is rigged. And
How is it rigged, Ron?
well, it's rigged because when two people meet, there is a game being played at the end of the day.
For sure.
A woman has a plan, and a man has what? I don't know what you say. A man's got a
Erection.
erection.
Yeah,
probably the good
that's
word to
it.
say. So he knows what his goal is, but a woman's got a plan, a long-term plan. So I think what the man does is try to say what he thinks the women want to hear, and that's that's the game. I think that's the game where the game is. But it's about the rules of that game. That's why I said the game is rigged, because it's about really the woman playing her game and the man playing his game, and it's not the same. It's both different.
Well, I've got a new way. So I've been out on a few dates, and I've got a new way of never letting a woman win.
Yeah.
Whatever she wants to do, I just veto. Whatever,
Right, so-
whatever she wants to do, I just stop it instantly.
So you don't look. Well, isn't that defeating the object? You want to.
No, I want her to want me for being me, and I want to be as difficult as possible.
But do you want to please that woman?
Oprah says anyone who rides on the bus with her can ride in the limo. And if a woman's going to put up with me and my belligerence, then for sure she can ride in the limo with me.
But don't you want to sell yourself? I mean, just show her.
Why? Like you mean like slaves did back in the day?
Well, show her that nice, sensitive Lenny.
What? Yeah, you know what, Ron? Can you show me that nice, sensitive Lenny? Where is that nice, sensitive Lenny?
But no, you're selling yourself. I mean, like if you go to a shop, if you look, for example, if you go to a restaurant, you see that restaurant, the window's dirty, the sign is hanging off its hinges, the door is just creaking. and you look inside, you see the chef, he's got his uniforms dirty. You're not going to want to go in there, would you?
Yeah, but
So you're giving it some. Can't you just sort of say, right, you know, I'm going to sell myself. Yeah, I'm going to put on my nice kabiji.
yeah, but I agree with you, and you said it really eloquently. But again, the same thing. If you're going to come into my restaurant and you're going to see that it's actually a diamond, it just needs to be buffed a bit. If you're going to come in, I think that you're a keeper.
Yeah.
That's what I would think. You're a keeper. So
Okay.
if a woman sees me in a pair of whatever I would normally wear, tracksuit bottoms or t-shirt, and she still wants to talk to me, I'm going to engage her.
But would the woman just be put off by your belligerence if you just go out there and show them your worst side?
Yeah, but then I'm thinking that they're probably going to be worth keeping then if they've suffered, if they can see through, if they want to put the work in. Yeah, I think that they should come and live in a big fucking house with me and drive nice cars and hang out and drive in first class. I think they should do everything good. If they've suffered that and they didn't know what was behind it, then I think, yes, they can. Definitely. But they've got to do a bit of work. They've got to do an apprenticeship. I can't just swan around and put out everywhere, Ron.
Of course, but is that why you think sometimes they think that you're soft?
You know what, Ron?
No, you said to me earlier on, that was the first thing you said.
Right.
You
Ron,
said...
no woman.
You said that... And I said, do you think it's because they think you're soft?
No,
You're very generous. You're generous.
No, but you know, I don't think any woman would ever use that word to me. Ron, soft. That's the first thing. And if I take a woman out for a meal, and maybe what's a meal cost? A couple of £100?
Well, my meals cost about 40, 50 quid.
Okay. Let's say the meal costs 40, 50 quid.
Yeah.
If a woman thinks that she's got
People can be laughing now. They say 40, 50 quid. You joking?
well, I don't know, Ron, but you haven't told people yet you're only going McDonald's, KFC or Burger King. When you tell them that...
They're restaurants, aren't they?
Yeah, well, not technically because they use plastic cutlery. So, not technically.
All right.
They're fast food places, but they're not restaurants.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't go to Burger King or
He
McDonald's.
does.
Please,
What's the patty shop called across the
I
road?
don't believe Lenny.
What's it called? Patty Shack. What's the patty? Where's Sin gone to the patty shack?
I know where Sin's gone, but you've sent him out to get
I
some food and
I
drink.
didn't send him. You sent
That's
him.
terrible. Anyway,
So-
but Sin's generous anyway. Go on.
He's generous.
Yeah,
So
he's
why am I paying?
Well, you have to. That's what you. Are you? Paying you, yeah, and
No,
you're paying. That's crazy. Isn't it?
He's
paying me.
Yeah, I feel like Rishi Sunak now.
He's paying me, but
Right.
he's not paying you. But you're paying for the meal and the drinks.
So
You do, that is a Rishi Sunak move, isn't it?
I do think that I like chivalry, but my eyes have been opened.
9 eyes, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what, Ron? Ron, you're a troublemaker. You know that you're a troublemaker. You've come back with vengeance today. Vengeance.
No, I don't think I'm a troublemaker. No, go on.
No,
say what you're going to say. I don't want to interrupt you because
No,
you interrupt me a lot, and I don't want to do the same thing to you.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, sorry.
I was just going to say that I guess men and women are as bad as each other, and I think you've said I think that we both want the same thing at the end of the day most of the time.
Yeah.
But because you're so full of wisdom, you told me quite recently that I've gone a little bit. Your word is soft, but my word is I want a little bit more now. I don't want what I wanted 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Because, as Cornell Campbell would say, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, anyone listening, well, any Jamaican specifically listening, this is only a reference to music. That's all it is. It's not an insult. It's just a reference to music. So
Jamaicans have got their ears pricked up now.
yeah, so as Cornell Campbell would say, 3 or 4 years ago, I was the Gargan. That's all I'm saying. I was the Gargan.
And do they still think you're the Gargan?
In this year.
So does a woman say, "Oh, Lenny, you are the Gargan"? Oh,
No. They say,
Gargan.
no, they don't. They say, what? They say, all up now. You got kill. You got killing me. Yes. Ease up, no man. You got killing me.
You're the Gargan.
So until sorry
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Listeners, that was really rude of us.
No, it wasn't rude of us, but two trans thingy bobs came in and they was mimicking.
Trans thingy bobs.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gender
Do you
or.
want those people to chase you down the road?
Oh, Gordon, but can they run in
No,
high
what's
heels?
happened to Dave Chappelle?
What happened to him?
He got cancelled because of that, because he just mentioned those
Yeah, but
people.
they were about 7 or 8 years too late. He'd been paid. So I'm not sure what they cancelled.
But you're not being paid.
That's true. So then what can they do then? What's the leverage?
Well,
What's
they can chase you down the road.
in their heels? I don't know.
Oh my! You
So,
know what?
anyway.
Let's not go there, Lenny, because we don't want to. You've
So
got little legs. You don't want to be running down the road with your little legs.
What can you say to people that bully people with short legs? What are they called? What are they? There's homophobic. There's racist. What do you call people that bully people with little legs, Ron?
I really don't.
So I mean, if I go to the police station
Shortophobic? I don't know.
if I go to the police station and try to look at the count and I want to make a complaint about people chasing me, what's it called? What do I say? What's the crime? Shortophobic. I don't know if that's.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's what you say, shortophobic. I don't know. But no, I've been on a few dates. Yes, I do open the door for women, and no, I don't go Dutch. I normally pay.
Yeah.
I've only met one woman in the last 5 years, last 10 years that's ever paid for anything. One woman, and she knows who she is, and she brings such a good point. You know what she said to me? She said, if you keep paying for people's meals, at some stage, you're going to think really bad of them. You're going to think they're a ponce, and you're taking all their self-worth away from them. And she only said it to me about 18 months ago, 2 years ago. And I thought, it's true. I am going to think they're a ponce, and they are losing their, I suppose, their dignity and their feeling. But another woman said to me, she always pays whenever me and her go out. And then she just said it to me. I don't know if it's because I was receptive. She said, because I've got a lot more money than you.
Oh,
And
nice of her.
she said that when you go out, you don't know if a person's trying to keep up with the Joneses and they're spending their rent or their children's nappy money. But you see, these two women, they have such good debates. One says, if you keep paying, they're going to lose their value and their worth. And if you don't pay, then they'll think you're, I guess, tight or something. So there's debates. But she just put it really simply. She said, I've got a lot more money than you. So
I mean, that's nice. That's nice. I mean, I'll tell you one thing you could do if you do go out another day. You going on soon? Or
well, what I could do?
you can go for a meal. At the end of it, just say, look, you know what? I actually forgot my wallet. Is there any chance of you paying for our meal?
That's going to be the last date then, isn't it? That's going to be the last date.
Why? Why?
Because
she might be generous. You know, really, and she might pay. She might be really generous. That could be a good way of finding out what a woman's like.
Right, so I'll tell you a story. If I could tell you loads, but this one sticks to my brain, and I don't think whoever this is will be listening. I met a woman once, and
Two of them people listening.
this is true. So have about this for a story.
Yeah.
I met a woman once, and we went to the Hawksmoor, and I was.
Is that a famous place?
It's just it's meant to be. It's meant to be the one at Borough Market, the fish place. We went to the Hawksmoor. So I liked this woman. The first time I saw her, I liked her. She's a friend of a friend because she had really high heel shoes on, and I thought she was tall because.
Everybody's tall to you, Lenny.
Yeah, this is true. Anyway, this is true. So I thought she was tall, but anyway, we went to the Hawksmoor, Borough Market, and when I got in there, she had a bottle of prosecco, and she was drinking it, which is nothing wrong with it. Yeah. But then she said to me that she's got no money. She needs to tell me straight away she's got no money. Yeah. I thought that was a little bit cheeky. Why couldn't she order a glass? Why couldn't she have a glass? Why must she have a bottle?
What? She was just being honest with you.
Yeah, but okay, why can't she be honest with a glass instead of a bottle?
Well, did you want to have a bottle?
No, I don't drink prosecco. I didn't want that. That's a pack of rubbish.
Well, at least she said that she didn't have no money. I think that's quite honest of her.
So first of all, I should tell you that I've never had such a quick meal, and I didn't have my face so. I had my face sour on like an old black woman. The whole thing.
With your arms folded.
Yeah, I was so folded. I dropped her home and she said, are you coming in? And I said, no, I've got things to do.
Oh.
I was so annoyed.
Well, she was really honest
I
with
don't
you,
care.
and
She
you
could have
just
at least called me and asked me. Or did she just take advantage of my good nature? What would she do if I turned up with my red bus Rover on, some luncheon vouchers and a gyro? What would she have said then? We'd be washing dishes like Kanye West said. We're going to be washing dishes. Yeah?
And that would have been good because it'd be like a good partnership thing going on there, you know. And it worked. You've worked well together, even if you did wash dishes together.
She wash and I dry.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
No.
It would have been really nice.
No, it's not going to work for me.
I think that would have been the start of a great love story. That.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really sad that you didn't push
So,
that on. Push that relationship.
I'll tell you something that's even funnier.
Was she attractive girl?
Yes, she was, and I'll tell you something that's even funnier.
What am I saying for?
I didn't call her or anything like that. And then one day I was driving in Brixton, Cold Harbour Lane, and I saw this woman walking down the street with the most fantastic figure. So I swung my car around to have a better look at her, and it was her.
Did you say white and baby?
No, I didn't
Oh,
quite.
you said white and baby?
No.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, Ron, sorry, Ron. I said, hello, my darling. No, I didn't say none of that. I just said to her, she told me she was going to a tube station, and then I just gave her a lift, and I didn't give her my new number or nothing, but I give her a lift.
She want you to give her any...
Well, she said we got to go out sometime, and I figured that was the opening gambit to get it. But I said, yeah, we do, but I didn't give it to her.
And it's because of that one thing she said to you.
Yeah, because she had a bottle of...
one thing,
Yeah, but imagine what it could be anything, Ron. I think that I was just lucky I got a lucky escape, but everyone's different.
Yeah, true.
Everyone's different.
Anyway.
I'm all ears.
Oh, I was just thinking of something. You sent me a video, you know.
What video did I send you?
I remember phoning you up and said, is this real?
Oh, about the law passed in the state of California?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't get that. I don't get it. And I'm just thinking to myself, was it if you steal anything below $900 in California, the police cannot stop or arrest you as it's criminalizing poverty?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
You know what?
And is that really true?
Yes, it is true. But I know I've got a friend who works in Waitrose.
Yeah.
And she says the same thing. They're told not to interfere with people.
But what is it under? It's got to be like a certain amount of money.
Yeah, I think so. But before we get back to that, before we get...
Oh, you want to...
What's the time? Where's the time?
I don't even know what time it is.
So, okay.
Can somebody let us know what the time is? Because I haven't got a watch on. Lenny can't wear a watch at the moment.
How unprofessional is that? We don't know what time it is.
18:40. So we've got 20 minutes left, people.
So before we get on with that thing, I wanted to discuss with you. You said something to me, and it was about using profanities.
Oh, you mean when you profanitize?
Yes, exactly.
When we phone up, you normally profanitize to me, and I always wondered if you're just aggressive. Or
So to that end, Ron, I was reading about profanities and the origins of them.
All right.
So in America, you know, you can cuss the policeman. You can actually swear at them.
What the MF or FF?
You can say whatever swear word comes in. Because I didn't know this, but you can't get arrested for swearing at a policeman. There is no law.
So they can't take their gun and kill you?
No, well, they probably will do, but there is, because, to put it simply, it's really complicated, all this Supreme Court stuff, but one man's profanity is another man's lyric. As in, rappers, people swear on music all the time.
Yeah.
They do, they're always swearing, always.
So why don't you put that to a test? Go to America.
No, not me, not me.
No, just get yourself stopped by police, and the next, just cuss them out and see what happens.
No, I'm not going to do that. But
why?
Because I'm not going to do it. But you're always telling me about profanitizing.
Right.
So there's a big difference between swearing at
Sorry,
someone.
can I just say something? Does anybody know if profanitizing is a word? Is an actual word?
Yeah,
I just said it. I don't know if it's a
No,
word.
I accept it. I like it, and
All
I'm
right.
going to even let's start a petition. I like the word. No, let's start a petition.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to keep the word profanitize it. In fact, you know what? Let's just Google it. Ron. It's
All right,
simpler.
yes.
Let's just Google it.
Yeah. Go on.
So,
Sorry, what was you going to say?
There's
I
a big
cut you off.
difference between swearing at someone
Yeah.
and using profanities, using swear words to emphasise your point.
Yeah, when
They're-
you're aggressive.
Yeah, but it's two different. They're
Okay,
two different
yeah.
things. So the Supreme Court says that you can't suppress language because you're suppressing ideas. A person is allowed to swear.
So I can cuss out a judge in a court.
Well, I wouldn't think I wouldn't think that was wise, Ron. But if you want to walk in there with your Gabici and your red, gold, and green, all your
Yeah.
stuff, and start rassy classing on the judge, I'll leave that to you.
Classing. I mean, if I do that, I can say, yeah, but it's a law. I can do that if I want.
Well, as I said,
Would you say one man's?
one man's profanity is another man's
And I
lyric.
say that to the judge. Judge, one man's profanity is another man's lyrics.
Are you going to say it like that, Ron? If anyone who's looking, anyone who's looking at this, no, you can't look at it. Sin told me to stop saying that.
Yeah, don't say disgusting or what's
No,
that one?
looking in the studio.
All right.
So let me tell you, we do live stream in the studio. If anyone wants to see the handsome Ronnie, but
Handsome.
I turn the what's it called, Ron? The screen off. I turn the TV off because sometimes Ronnie comes in dressed quite well. If you could see what he's wearing now, I mean, there's no doubt he's handsome, but he's got some ridiculous clothes on right now.
Yeah, I'm what's the word? Experimenting.
Well, you keep going to go and see a doctor about that. Keep it to yourself. Don't experiment near me. But so I wanted to share that with you because you're always telling me about. I know in England there's a public. What's it called? Public. No. What's it called? There's laws if you wheeing on the street or you're swearing.
Disorder,
Yeah, that's it. Public disorder offences. 4A, B, C. But in America, no, you couldn't be arrested for swearing or nothing. You couldn't be because you're allowed to.
I'm going to test that out though, but.
You know what, Ron? Before you go, will you write a will and put me in your will?
No, but what I could do is cuss them out and then run. Because if I'm running away from the police, they won't shoot me in the
But
back.
they're not meant to.
Well, they won't do it. I've never seen anybody get shot in the back. Oh, yeah.
You know, are you? Are you talking about the police in America, Ron?
Yeah. Police in America. Yeah,
So-
if I run from them, if I custom and run,
So
they won't shoot me in the back.
I just wanted to share that with you. But so back to your original point, which was, hold on.
Well, it was about the what you sent me that video about 900.
Yeah.
Anybody $900 and they won't just arrest
Well,
them.
anyone who's listening in America, we do know that we have got listeners in America because they've called us bozos. Oh, Ron,
Yeah, who's their name? Who's their name?
I don't remember, but that brings me swiftly on to this week's
Yeah.
bozo of the week.
Who is it? Who's the bozo of the week?
Well, I'm going to have. What's the Russians? Thanks, Sin. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to have the Russian. Who's the Prime Minister?
Oh, Putin. Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, Vladimir Putin is going to be my bozo of the week.
You know what? You have to be a bit careful about that
Why?
because remember he's got the KGB. He's got all these Russian guys. You know what? You know that he kills people with umbrellas. You know that he puts poison in people's food. You know that could happen to you. So I have to be a bit careful. You're going to say his name. If I was you, I think I would
What?
not say his name.
Why?
Oh, you've already said it, haven't you?
I don't even think I could say it again the second time.
Well, if I was you, don't. 'Cause you don't want somebody putting an umbrella up your ass or something like that.
You know what? I tell Vladimir Putin to go and watch Mac Mafia, and let him see what happens when he watches Mac Mafia.
Well, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. So, but what I'm saying to you, Vladimir Putin's a very dangerous guy. So, and he's got his tentacles reached all over the world.
He's going to come after me.
Well, he might if you're going to call him a bozo of the week.
Okay, who's your bozo, Ron?
My bozo of the week. You know what? I know a lot of people might. I mean, there's a few people who know who he is, and he's a footballer named Jack Grealish. Now, the reason why I'm saying he's my bozo of the week is because at the end of last season, when Man City won the title, he was drunkenly talking about this particular footballer and basically saying that this guy's rubbish, and I don't want to be like Miguel Almiron. Now, coming to this season, Jack Grealish, you have to remember, who cost £100 million from Aston Villa. That's what Manchester City paid for it. He's always on the bench. He's more or less on the bench most of the time. Never plays in the big games. I don't even think he scored a goal this season. Maybe one. And Almiron, he's on fire with Newcastle. He's scoring goals like crazy. And it's now become really embarrassing for Jack that he's done that to this guy. So last week, the other day, Miguel scored a really good goal, and I just think that it's come to the point now that Jack Grealish is my bozo of the week.
Thanks, Jack.
Right. So what's the reason for Vladimir being your bozo of the week? You never did explain.
He said he's going to use nuclear. It's not off the table. He's going to use nuclear weapons on the Ukrainians.
Well, what's the problem with that?
Oh, that's kind of been like a bully. That's been a bully. He's not getting his own way, so he's starting to come with the big threats and the ultimatums, isn't he?
Sorry about that. So I have all the Russia in there. Sorry about that.
He's been a bully, and that's not cool.
Well, the thing is that him saying that, I mean, I know he's been a bully, but he can press a button, you know. He has the power to do that.
Yeah, I think Boris Johnson said it the best. If Russia pressed that button, I don't think there'll be no more Russia. That's just it. That's the bottom line, isn't it?
Well, it could be the island of Russia.
So no, I think that it is a bluff, but that's the reason he's my bozo of the week.
But just to let you know, Vladimir, if you're listening, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Lenny said it. Just to let you know.
If you're listening, Vladimir, I'm the tall, handsome one with a cap on. I'm the tall, handsome one with a cap on and a Samsung phone.
Right, Vladimir, you know that he twists his truth a lot, so just to let you know that.
And I
if
drive.
you think about the opposite, that's who Lenny is.
And I drive a red Volkswagen Passat, number plate. Big Vlad, that's the number plate.
Well, Vladimir, I hope you're listening, and I hope you don't take too much of offence to it. We're just mucking about.
So, you were talking to me earlier on as well, Ron, about someone being groped.
Yeah, it was just a story. I was going to talk about it last week, and it was about this guy, this MP called Chris Pinch. No, that's kind of appropriate name. I mean, I'm listening to myself. These guys just get away with stuff. I mean, this is a guy who, in 2017, was inappropriately touching a fella named Alex Story. He was massaging his neck. He was doing all sorts of things, unwanted passes to him. And he said to him, one of the things he said to him was that you'll go far in the Tory party. And that's probably, meaning that if you do as I say, you will go far. And Pincher, imagine that name, Pincher. The thing is, Boris Johnson obviously was his mate because he appointed him as part of his cabinet. And even when he was accused in 2022 of groping two men, they put drunkenly groping two men, Boris Johnson still stood by him. And I think to myself, I mean, now this guy's going to be prosecuted from what I've heard. He's been suspended from the Tory party. He's going to be prosecuted. But these guys in these positions, how they get away with stuff?
What about, have you, it's been a while, Ron, they've been doing this for a long time. Have you seen the police investigating how many policemen are in, have you seen that?
Oh my God. The vetting of police.
Yeah, so if a policeman comes to your house, it's 50-50 whether he's going to help you or rob you or attack you. What do you do, Ron?
Or rape you?
Yeah, what do you do?
I know. All right, yeah, we've all known that there are policemen who go into the force who've probably had criminal records in the past. But the thing is the vetting system what lets them get through. That's the alarming thing.
Yeah, but the people, so the people who are doing the vetting are to blame as well for letting all these people slide. Yeah. And then these are the policemen who, when you're handcuffed and they come to your house and they're hitting on, who was it? I think it's Des O'Connor. Yeah. Des O'Connor's daughter.
Yeah.
A policeman, a high-ranking policeman came, I suppose because she's a celeb, and he was hitting on her and sending her stuff, and she complained, yeah. And then that policeman went on to get a job as Cressida Dick's right-hand man or something like that. They just moved him.
It's amazing how these guys can move around and do these things and think they're a law unto themselves. I find it. I mean, it's like, for example, you remember the girl who got accosted in that. Well, she never got accosted. The guy murdered her, but he got her. He met her in Clapham Common, and he flashed his police badge. I've forgotten the guy's name, and it's Sarah. He killed that girl, Sarah.
Oh yeah, okay.
But that's the reason why she stopped, because she flashed his badge. I think he was talking to her about the COVID restrictions. She was listening, and next thing you know, she's bundled in his car and gone off, and he's raped her and killed her. This is the policeman who was sharing a WhatsApp group with other policemen, talking about stuff about sexual abuse and racist remarks, and they were laughing.
Yeah, but there was also the police who took the picture of the two dead women in the park. And I read an article quite recently of how many policemen are on active duty that have been investigated on active duty from serious crimes, and there's quite a few of them. Yeah. So I don't know. These are the people that lead us. Yeah. It's a little bit shocking, really, Ron. Yeah. It's a little bit shocking.
I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing what makes up our life, isn't it? Nothing's going to be straightforward. There's always going to be ups and downs. You're never going to get
like a football match.
It's like a football match.
Ups and downs. It's a game of two halves.
Thinking about that, I just wanted to just get back onto the World Cup. I don't know if you want to talk about that. I mean, I know you're a football fan. Underneath you are. I know you're not. You say you're not, but I think you do like football.
I'm a football fan.
Yeah, underneath you are.
How dare you? How dare you, Ron, say that to me? How dare you? Double dare you?
And I was just thinking, we have the World Cup coming up, and I was listening to the radio today, and one of the things I was asking the listeners was, who do you want to win the World Cup?
Oh, are we going to go back to that? Didn't I get enough abuse last time talking about the World Cup? You want me to get more?
Just about who do you want to win the World Cup? Who would you really want? I mean, just to let you know, listeners, Lenny absolutely caned this country. He thinks they're not going to win the World Cup. He will have put a bet. So to say that they're not going to win it.
You don't forget, if you're gonna quote me, get it right. I said the date that I'm going to put the bet so far in advance.
Yeah.
So go on.
Yeah, you've done that, and I think to myself, wow. I mean,
Oh, that's right. I remember that particular live show and podcast, Ron.
Yeah.
We discussed the free goal champion, the free goal man.
Well, yeah, Jeff Hurst.
That's it.
Jeff
Just
Hurst,
yeah,
the
that's
great
it.
Jeff Hurst, the man who scored the only man in World Cup history who scored an hat-trick in the final. And Lenny disparaged this man. This man's still alive. Now, this man's got family.
Is he I thought he died.
This man is Sir Jeff Hurst.
Oh, does that mean he could say nigger in the wool? Does that mean he could say nigger in the woodpack live on TV to a black man because
Right.
he's a sir?
Right, and I'm thinking to myself, well, you know what? You're going to upset a generation of people by saying that about Sir Jeff Hurst. I mean, to be honest with you, we're down in the basement here. Jeff Hurst could be walking down the stairs. I'm wondering like, what Lenny would do if he saw Jeff Hurst walking downstairs, come straight into the studio, and then say to Lenny, "Say it to my face, young man." And I think Lenny would quiver. I really do. I think he would. He would.
I don't think you know me as well as you think. Oh, I'd offer him my chair on. I'd tell him to tell me stories about when he used to chase black people and call them nigger, like that man's. Oh, who's these stairs I hear running down?
No, that's Jeff Hurst.
Is that? Oh,
That's Jeff Hurst. I'm telling you, he's coming. Jeff Hurst is coming. That's what I'm saying to you. So, so what I'm saying to you.
Sin.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah.
Look at the.
Yeah. So.
Sin's just walked in, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Sin's just walked in the governor.
Yeah. 4 minutes left. We have. Sin said we've got 4 minutes left.
Sin's annoyed, boy.
Yeah,
Sin's not having anything.
He's not coming downstairs anymore. But yeah, Sin's says we've got 4 minutes left. Sorry for the little quiet spot. 6 minutes. 6 minutes left. So anyway, sorry for that quiet patch. We just because Lenny had a mouthful of patty in his mouth.
No, never. Sin was talking. I thought,
did he?
I thought Sin was going to say something, but he clearly didn't. Should we get him to come back down
So,
again?
so Lenny's got let me tell you something. I'm just gonna let you know, the streamers know. Now, for all the talk about Jamaican this, Jamaican that, you know what he's got? He's got a Jamaican patty. That's what he's eating now, and he's absolutely enjoying it. He's got what he got? He's got a red stripe beer, guzzling down the Jamaican patty, and I just think, you know, this guy. Here's a guy who talks about Jamaica in a disparaging way. You know what? I just wondered. Can somebody tell me? Is there anybody from Jamaica listening to this?
I don't. You know what, Ron? Why are you trying to turn people against me? You're a racialist. You are. You're a racialist. Yeah, you're trying to use language to turn one set of people against another.
Well, you know what? Isn't it fact that you do disparage Jamaicans?
I thought that I did. I hope that I disparaged everyone equally.
Listeners, I just want to let you know. You know, one of the first times I met Lenny, he was a football match, and I never actually spoke to him. But you know what I used to see? I used to see him at the corner of. Our sons used to play football for the same team. But what I used to see Lenny do, he never used to be watching a game. He used to stand at the corner flag, as far away from all the fathers. Because at this particular team, all the fathers were there watching their sons, which is really interesting. And but he used to stand at the corner flag with another guy, and all I used to see was them laughing and doubling up. And you know what I realised? You know what I got to find out from Lenny later on, years later? They were taking the piss out of us.
Who's us, Ron? Who's us?
Well, I think you called us all Jamaicans at the time.
I wasn't saying Lenny, one word. I wasn't saying one word. I was only listening. I was just listening.
Well, that's all right. I'm okay. I know you may be getting a bit scared now, but what I'm saying to you is that the fellow. I'm gonna out this fella because the fella who was with Lenny and
Ron,
being disparaging about Jamaican.
Let me just before you say his name, Ron. Before you say his name,
yeah.
It's just so unlike you, Ron. Everyone would expect me to be like this, but it's just not like you.
I think we need to just justice has to be served. Justice has to be served. I just think this.
No,
I mean,
he's a very he's a nice Benin Congo monkey. He's nice. I like him.
Well, streamers.
Don't say his name.
All right, streamers.
No, you
tell
can.
me if I should say his name. Somebody just tell me. Just send an email, send a letter, and just tell me if you think I should say his name. And I won't do it today. I'll do it next week. If you can tell me, should I say this man's name? Should I out this man out?
So what was he doing, Ron? Remind me what he was doing.
Well, you're being disparaging against Jamaica. You know what this man used to call us? Lloydies.
What's wrong?
Lloyders.
What's wrong with that? I don't understand.
He
What's
said
wrong?
all of us
It's
were
a-
Lloyders, and
it's
he used to pull one leg of his trousers up and limp, like he believed the Lloyd used to limp. I just think this man should be outed out. But you know what? I'm going to leave it to the streamers. I think it's two. I'm going to leave it to them.
I can't even
Yeah, you tell me if I should out this man out.
out this man out, Ron.
Yeah, out him out.
Out him out, like
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Do you think I should? Do you think I should snitch on him?
There's nothing wrong with a bit of snitching, Ron. Nothing wrong with a bit of snitching, is there?
But anyway,
Go on, I'm all ears.
I don't know how. I think we've got a few
Can we freestyle?
seconds left. I think so.
Can we freestyle?
Lenny's got something to say to you.
Yeah.
He's got something to say. He's gonna say something really. I don't know what he's gonna talk about, but I know he's gonna talk about something.
I'm not
I don't
gonna.
know what Lenny's like.
I wasn't going to say anything, Ron.
I thought you
I was
was.
just going to say to you, did you watch what's that program? I was going to say EastEnders, but
Yeah.
it was too dry. So I was going to ask you, do you remember Crossroads?
Oh yeah, with Benny.
That's it. Well, exactly, with Benny, Miss Diane. But more importantly, anyone who's looking at this, Ronnie looks like Mac from.
That's really,
No, anyone who's listening to this, all jokes aside, Lenny looks like Clive Myrie or Paul Myrie, the BBC newsreader.
Clive Myrie.
That's it. Ronnie's an absolute ringer for Clive Myrie.
But I know that he's not. That's not true. Actually, you know what? You look, Maroney. You're one of the guys from the real thing.
Yeah, that's you told me. You
But
to
it's just-
me are everything, the sweetest sound. Yeah, you told
Yeah,
me,
he used
Ron.
to wear the flare trousers and the little high-collared shirts, and you used to dance and. You can't dance, can you?
I can never. You know what, Ron?
Yeah, but you-
as
but
I
you-
was told. You know what Fat Joe said?
Yeah.
The brothers don't dance. We just pull up our pants. We do the rock away.
Oh, you did a rock away.
Frustrated with finding the right mastering for your song to a professional commercial standard? New Balance Studios London, UK consists of a combination of great engineers and unique portfolio of vintage and state-of-the-art equipment.